Hello and welcome to a part 2, a little follow-up to my introduction to the MX5 car pack in Forza Horizon 2. I am Rogue Avatar, and today I'm going to show you just the briefest of little tunes that I've made for the 2016 Mazda MX5, which was included for free in the car pack. I've tried to stick with the sort of specific idea. I wanted to create a fairly sort of low-level tune, so I decided to maximize it within the B class. As you can see, it's B class, and I'll just show you what upgrades I've done. It's a very, very simple tune I've done here. I'll explain why I've done the various things I have. First things first, to add a bit more power, I added race camshaft, race cams and valves. Then valves, I added the street valves, tiny bit more horsepower. And finally, the displacement, I went with Sport. So that brings the total power up to 219 horsepower, which isn't a huge amount, considering the fact the car only weighs 1,034 kilograms, which isn't very much. And if you look at the weight distribution, it's perfect 50-50, so it's very nice already in that regard. So it's a pretty light car. And then I added the race brakes, just for a bit of stopping power, just in case they need it. That was more of a just to fill in the fill it up to 700. Okay, next on the drivetrain front, I upgraded the clutch to the street clutch just for a better shift time. And one of the key things I did was actually put in a race transmission gearbox, and I'll explain why when I'm actually showing you me drifting it. Exciting times to follow. Other than that, I haven't done any aspiration conversion, no aero and appearance, but the last thing I did, just because I added some new shiny rims, because I didn't really like the original. I'm not sure I like those, to be honest, but they're better than the original ones, and I painted them to match in the ridiculous colour. Is that not a ridiculous colour? I think that's a ridiculous colour. Look at it. It's ridiculous. Right, let's not say the word ridiculous anymore. So, let's hop in and drive the thing. And I can, I can show you why, or explain why, anyway, I've done the things I've done with it. So let's switch to the long external camera. We're here up at Sisteron. It's not a good start, is it? It's a terrible start. Spin it around and hit a tree. That's not what we want. Right, so I think I prefer the near chase for drifting. So that's a really simple tune. I've not actually tweaked any of the settings. No doubt, you know, the expert tuners amongst you. It's not great on dirt, FYI. The expert tuners amongst you can take this tune and improve it, or you've probably got much better, you know, tunes of your own. But I thought as just a simple starting block for people like me. I'm really lazy when it comes to tuning. I just sort of roll with it. You know, throw some upgrades on, see what happens. Let's see these chumps go first, because I want to get around these hairpins. So I did a bit of tweaking, a bit of testing, and I found that the main trouble with this, trying to keep it certainly as a sort of low-end drifter, was that the gears were a little bit short. It was sort of the point where you're drifting it usually was somewhere between 3rd and 4th gear. And it just wasn't working for me. So I switched out the gearbox, and ironically, it tuned up perfectly well. I'm not showing you very good drifting here. I was actually practicing my drifting around Nice and seemed to do a lot better. But it's just got that little... There we go, that's better. There we go, that's a drift. That's what I'm talking about. So, technique I found for this one, your mileage may vary. Throw it out, 2nd gear's fine. It gets you to about 80 miles an hour. Tiniest dab of the handbrake, just throw it in. Nice and easy. You know, it's not a difficult car to get sideways in particular. So let's do the roundabout trick. Get out of the way. We can keep a sustained drift around the roundabout. This roundabout's a bit small actually, this one. Yeah, it's too small to keep a nice sustained drift on. But that's it basically. I tell you what I'll do, I will go back to Nice, where I was actually having a lot more success. What's the bit in east that I like just to practice my drifting? It's this little complex round here, and that corner there. You can get some nice drift on, so let's fast travel there. But yeah, I just wanted a nice sort of easy, simple tune that I can thrash about and still maybe go racing it. I haven't tested it in any races as of yet, but I just, you know, enjoy it. And, you know, it's something to do in this new car pack, you know. So let's get a bit of speed up. So you can do these side-to-side drifts just down the straightaways with relative ease. Then you get to a corner, dab with the handbrake, throw it round. And I was doing this for about 20 minutes earlier. I probably should have recorded that because it won't look as good now. And this corner up to third. See if you can hold it round. Nope. Hit too many things. So I'm up to a great skill chain already without an awful lot of effort. This is the kind of car that you can just sort of clip through there and get some more side swipe bonuses. Yeah, but this kind of car you can... turn the radio off actually, it's annoying me now. There we go. Back to the external camera view. Yeah, it's the kind of car you can get big skill chains in without really noticing. You just, especially in areas like here around Nice, you can just sort of keep swinging. Getting some decent drift in. Just get out of his way. Get some wide swings, nudge up to third. Oh, no, a bit more handbrake. That's another trouble with it. Trying to drift with fairly low-end cars. You sometimes have to shift gear. Well, you do have to shift gear midway through a drift, and they just haven't got the sustainability. Which is why I should put the race gearbox in, because otherwise you're waiting so long for the next gear to pick up. You're screwed, basically. So this has got just about enough juice to do some really long drifts on. Here we go. That's the one. Did we get an ultimate drift out of that? No, we didn't. Oh, that's a shame. Thought I'd nailed it that time. As you can see, I've got a preferred line through there. But it's quite easy. Wait. Every time I say it's easy, I mess up. Yeah, it's quite easy just to sort of give it a wiggle. Let's see if we can get a longer one through it this time. Full throttle, just hold it, let it slide out. But it's got just enough power in it to get you drifting again, even if you basically stop. So you can keep your chain going. Get some nice big chains going. Let's whip it that way. Yeah, let it slide, keep letting it slide. It's an awesome drift. Fairly easy. Let's try it in third gear. There we go, ultimate drift. And we just got an ultimate skill chain as well. Oh, careful. See if we can do this a bit more accurately now, clipping the apexes rather than just riding the pavement. There we go. Very neat and tidy. It's definitely easier in the daytime. Okay, back up to third. Trying to keep that power down. Not quite enough power, but I still get an ultimate drift. Smooth as you like. And now with that extra squirt of power it's got from being B class over the standard. If you watch my earlier video, you said this chassis would be fine for drifting, and it is. This is stock suspension. It's completely stock suspension, just a tiny bit more power. Tweak to the gearbox, see if we can sustain it in second gear. Well, it's not even a drift. Let it go that time. Never mind. Oops, just put on the spot. But yeah, there you go. There you have it. It's fairly easy to control. You see? It's the jinx of the self. Fairly easy to control, certainly. And when I first started playing this, which admittedly was only a few days ago, but I've been playing it pretty much non-stop, so I did have quite a bit of trouble getting the knack of the drifting. I mean, it's easier than it is in Forza Horizon, Forza 5, rather, that I do keep saying. You see that? I can just push it through on a touch of understeer. But, you know, it's just one of those cars that has got just the right amount of power for some easy drifting. Don't expect it to be doing super spectacular mega drifts dead easily. As you can see, the amount of trouble I've had just managing to get 1 or 2 ultimate drifts on the edge of corners. Let's try in 3rd gear again. Ooh, got a trading paint bonus then. And the great thing about this little spot is... Ooh, clipping the... we've got an ultimate one then somehow. Yeah, the great thing about this little spot in Nice is, you know, you can see the traffic coming. It's plenty wide enough for you to just get some big drifts on. We've got an ultimate drift out of that corner. There you go, a bit of practice, getting better. Get as sideways as possible. Ooh, 2 sideways. So my top tip as well, when you're trying to go for these long combos, is if you start spinning out, just bring it under control so you're pointing it away from the turn, and then make sure you boot it and keep that burnout bonus going, and hopefully that'll give you enough to get to your next drift.
How goes it? I got a present for you if you want to drop by the garage. Yep, your
So
Maserati
yeah,
birdcage is ready.
picked up another barn fire, and this should be an ultimate. There we go. In 2nd gear, I think 2nd gear, just the way it sits in 2nd gear is pretty good. And again, I haven't made any modifications to the gears. Again, the suspension is stock, so see there, just on the edge of a drift that wasn't quite good enough. Yeah, that blue car put me off. Stupid Maserati or whatever you were. You can just hold it on the edge of a drift quite nice and easy. So yeah, let's pick up your free MX5 today and get a drift in, you know. Oops, steady. Let's get around all these cars. Hey, cheeky. So yeah, this has been fun. Fun. So this has been another episode of Fun with Forza. I'm Rogue Avatar. I'll put this tuning up on my storefront. If you're playing Forza Horizon 2, look for Blue Rogue Avatar, all one word. I'll stick this tune up under MX5 Drift or something like that. And then tell me what you think of it. Maybe, make some... Oh dear. Ooh, nearly made it. Okay, let's just stop that there. I'm going to take that. Yeah, if you fancy showing me some videos of you drifting, that'd be great, you know. Other people drifting with my tune would make me feel very happy. So thanks for watching, and yeah, see you next time. Ciao.